Hello students and parents. Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Careers360. Today we are going to discuss those medical colleges that students who want to pursue in MBBS in India should be looking at. And the reason why we came up with that is that the NEET counseling has already started. The first round of counseling is already completed. People are already wary of what exactly is likely to happen as they move along. So what we did was we tried to base ourselves on 2023 data when the total number of seats was 1,06,000. This year it's 1,09,000. So the scaling up is just 3,000. So the range would still be about 3-5% is what I presume. Of the 1,09,000 seats that you have in the country at this point in time, 56,000 seats approximately are in public institutions and about 53,000 seats are in private institutions. Now, last year, when we look at the 2023 data, at a rank of about 25,000 in general category, your chance of getting into any of the public institutions, either through All India quota or into general quota, is almost extinguished. So, now what happens next? For people who don't get that 25,000, 30,000 rank, what happens next? Which is what we're trying to discuss here. Right. And I keep telling you, this data that we have, what I'm about to show you is of 2023. In 24, it will move up a bit because the number of seats have only gone up by about 3,000 plus. So what we've done now is that we listed out the top 20 colleges based on the student preferences last year in 2023, which essentially means that the lower the rank cutoff, the better the college. Right. And we listed out 20 such colleges where you have a fair chance of getting into them if you have the ability to pay the kind of fee, because private colleges do charge a hefty amount of fees. But we have got a lot of requests from parents and students trying to understand what is a better college for them to admit themselves into if they have the ability to pay. Right. The first of the list is the Kasturba Medical College, which is in Manipal. It's in the state of Karnataka. It's a deemed university established in 1953. So it's got a massive amount of legacy. The fee here is about 10.99 lakh. It has a hospital called Kasturba Hospital, which is attached to the whole thing, with about 1,577 beds and 30 emergency beds. The closing cutoff of this last year was 51,200. But one thing I must tell you, and this is very important for some of the colleges that I'm about to mention, the closing cutoff keeps falling with each falling round. And it happens because what happens is that when students don't get into public institutions, they use the same rank, which is 30,000-40,000 rank, to get into KMC. So the rank keeps falling. So you must remember that. Right. The second college is Symbiosis Medical College for Women in Pune, which is in the state of Maharashtra. It's a women-only college. This was established in 2020. It's a very new college in that sense. The total seats that they have is 150. The fee is 10 lakh. This has a hospital attached to it with 650 beds and about 34 emergency beds. They have about 386 rooms, and student accommodation is 1,158. So you actually have about 1,200 students who can be accommodated in the thing. The closing cutoff of this college was in round one was about 64,564, and that's what you must look at. But as even in this college, because it's a very, very good college, the closing cutoff kept falling with each falling round, and you must keep that in mind. Now, the third college is again KMC, Kasturba Medical College. This is not in Manipal, but in Mangalore, the city of Mangalore, again the state of Karnataka. This was again established in 1955. The annual intake for this college is 250. The fee is 16 lakh rupees. There it was 10.99 lakh rupees. Here it is 16 lakh rupees. It's got a 1,290 bed hospital attached to the college. They have quite a few hostel rooms for boys and girls separately, about 500 plus for girls and about 700 plus for boys. And the closing cutoff for this particular rank in round one was about 72,304, which fell to 67,903 in round two, fell to 30,856 in round three, and that's what it is. So the cutoff kept falling, but even at 72,000 rank, you actually got a chance to get into the college last year. Ramaiah Medical College, which is again in the state of Karnataka, it's Bangalore, the city Bangalore. This is a private college, as you know. This was established in 1979. It's got an annual intake of about 150. The fee here is very, very nominal. It's 6.42 lakhs, right? It's got a 1,320 bedded hospital attached to the college. and they have quite a few hostel rooms for boys and girls separately. The closing rank here in round one was 32,286. By round 2, it went up to 50,464. And by round 3, it went up to 80,140. Right? So you actually have a decent chance of getting into this college at 80,000 rank also. And remember, again, I repeat, all this data that we're talking of is 2023, last year. How it's going to behave this year is because you actually have 1,09,000 seats against 1,06,000. There might be a 3-5% jump either which ways. The fourth one again is Manipal Tata Medical College, again owned by the Manipal group. This is in Jamshedpur in the state of Jharkhand. This is a deemed university. This was established in 2020. The annual intake for this is 150. The fee here is 12.1 lakh rupees. They also have a hospital attached to it, which is called the Tata Main Hospital, with 982 beds and about 39 emergency beds. They also have decent number of hostel rooms and to accommodate all the students. The last year, the round 1 cutoff was 1,01,696. By round 2, it went up to 1,02,033. And by round 3, it fell down to 47,541. But around 1 lakh rank also, you actually are still in a position to get a seat in this Tata Medical College in Jamshedpur. Right. The next one is Rural Medical College, which is in Loni in Maharashtra. Now, this is a deemed university established in 1984 with an annual intake of 200. The fee here is slightly higher at 17.5 lakh. It has a hospital attached to it with 1,275 beds. It's got UG hostel rooms, PG hostel rooms, quite a few of them. The opening round cutoff here was 1,53,745. And it fell down to 1,46,731 and fell further down to 88,860 last year. So at 1.5 lakh also you did get a seat, and in round 2 also you could get a seat at 1.46 lakh. So you can actually look at it very carefully. The next college that I'm going to talk about is JSS Medical College. It's in Mysore in the state of Karnataka. Again, a very, very good college. This was established in 1984. It's got a 250 seats intake possible. The fee here is 19.86 lakhs. And it is attached to a hospital with 1,290 beds. It's got decent amount of hostel rooms and everything. The closing rank in round 1 was 1,74,229 last year. It fell down to 1,67,000 and further fell down to 1,41,000. So it's much in demand, if you will understand what I'm saying. But about 1.5 lakh rank, you have a very good chance of getting into JSS Academy of Higher Education, and it's a very, very good college for you. The next one is the Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College in Belgaum. This is run by the KLE Academy of Higher Education and Research, which is a deemed university in Belgaum, in the state of Karnataka again. This was established in 1963. The annual intake for this particular college is 200. The fee is 19.2 lakh per annum. Remember, every time I keep repeating this, the fee that I'm talking about is per annum. So you need to multiply it by about 5.5, 6, depending on how you... And this also doesn't include the hostel fee, so you need to add the hostel fee also. This particular college, Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College in Belgaum, has a 1,240 bedded hospital attached to the whole thing. It's got rooms, men's hostels and women's hostels and everything. And there are about 25 super specialty departments also. Last year, the closing rank at round 1 is 1,79,229, and it kept falling down to 1,56,000 and 76,000 as you keep going down. But in round 1 and round 2, if you get about 1.5 to 1.75 lakh rank, you actually have a decent chance of getting into the college. The next one is Amrita School of Medicine in Faridabad. This is a very new one that was established in 2023. It is one of the large hospitals that also is attached to the whole thing. I'm told it's the largest hospital that is attached to this particular college. The intake at this point in time is only 150, but the fee is 25 lakh rupees per annum. It has a 2,600 bedded hospital attached to this whole thing. The closing rank last year was about 2,776,000. So last year, the first round closing rank was 2 lakh. It fell down to 1,17,000 and went up to 1.57 lakh last year. But this year, I'm told it's very, very competitive. But if you do get a chance at Amrita School of Medicine, I think it's a very good option for you. The next one is, of course, the original Amrita School of Medicine in Kochi in Kerala. Again, this was established in 2000. The annual intake is 150. The fee is 25 lakh rupees. It's got a 1,290 bedded hospital attached to the whole thing. And it's also got about casualty of 20 and emergency beds of 30. So the hostel rooms that they have is about 120 rooms for boys and about 194 rooms for girls. Some of them are single and some of them are double and triple. So the number of students that can be accommodated is slightly more. You must remember that. The closing cutoff rank of this particular college is 2,10,375 last year in round 1. which fell down to 1.75 lakh in round 2, and further fell down to 1,38,654 in round 3. So it is very, very competitive that the rank keeps falling in this particular college, but at about 1.75 lakh kind of a thing, you are still having a chance to get into it. The next one is KS Hegde Medical Academy, which is the state of Karnataka in Mangalore. Now, this is a deemed university. It's under the NITE University brand. This college has its intake of 250. Tuition fee charged by them is 17.5 lakh rupees per annum. The number of beds that they have, hospital beds that they have, is they actually have a Justice KS Hegde charitable hospital attached to the whole thing, with about 1,000 hospital beds and about 30 emergency beds. And they do have hostel rooms for boys and girls separately, about 298 rooms for boys and about 279 rooms for girls. The closing rank in round 1 last year was 2,24,277. The next round was 2,24,996. So it's very, very marginal. But by round 3, it fell down dramatically to 1,52,887. But still, around 2 lakh rank, you actually have a decent chance of getting into KS Hegde Medical Academy. The next one is Mahatma Gandhi Missions Medical College. It's in Aurangabad in the state of Maharashtra. Again, this is a deemed university founded in 1989. Annual intake for this particular college is 200. The tuition fee is 21 lakh rupees per annum. It has a hospital attached to it, which is with 1,160 beds and about 30 emergency beds. They actually have boys' rooms about 165, and for girls' rooms, they have 344 rooms. Now, the thing about this particular college is that the number of students per room is 3, right? The 2023 closing rank for round 1 was 2,57,540, and then it fell down to 1.91 lakh and 1.99 lakh it grew to. So around 2 lakh rank, you actually have a decent chance of getting into this particular college. And let me repeat again, the fee that I'm talking about is per annum, and it doesn't include hostel fee and other incidental expenditure. All we're talking about is the actual fee that have to be paid per annum, and typically the cost would be about 5.5 times of what you're dealing with here. The next one is, this is a very, very good college, Shri Ramchandra Medical College and Research Institute in Chennai. It's in the state of Tamil Nadu. This is again a deemed university established in 1985. The intake in this particular college is 250. The fee charge is 25 lakh rupees per annum. It's got a Sri Ramchandra hospital attached to the whole thing with 1,800 beds. And the emergency beds are 30. They actually have boys' rooms, about 444 boys' rooms and about 636 girls' rooms at an undergrad level. At PG, they have 226 rooms and 335 rooms for girls, right? The closing rank last year was 2,70,532 in round 1, which fell down to 2,44,938 and went up to 2,73,000. So about 2.5 lakh rank, you have a decent chance of getting into Sri Ramchandra Medical College and Research Institute at Chennai. The next one is Kalinga Institute of Medical Sciences in Bhubaneswar. Again, a deemed university in the state of Orissa. This was established in 2007. The annual intake for this particular medical college is 250. The tuition fee is 18.5 lakh rupees per annum. They also have a hospital attached to it, which is called the Pradyumna Bal Memorial Hospital. The number of beds for this is 1,500 and the emergency beds are 30. They have about 200 hostel rooms for boys and about 230 hostel rooms for girls. The closing rank here is about 2.75 lakh last year. The round 1 is 2,73,000 plus. And round 2, it fell down to 2,68,000. But by round 3, it fell down to 1,962,000. So about 1 lakh is what you. So it is very competitive enough that the ranking is falling as the rounds increase. The next one is Sri Devaraj Urs Medical College in Kolar, again in the state of Karnataka. It's again a deemed university established in 1986. The annual intake for this particular college is 150. The tuition fee is 17.6 lakh rupees per annum. It has a hospital called Dr. R.L. Jalappa Hospital and Research Institute. The number of beds in this particular hospital is 1,148. The teaching beds are 940. The number of beds for emergency is 30. And the triage beds are 12. They have 348 rooms for boys and 209 hostel rooms for girls reserved. At round 1, the cutoff was 2,93,058. And it stuck to 2,98,000 in round 2. But by round 3, it fell down to 2,14,883. The next one is Institute of Medical Sciences and SUM Hospital in Bhubaneswar again. Now, this is owned by the Shah Anusandhan University in Bhubaneswar. It's a deemed university and it was established in 2007. The annual intake at this particular college is 250. The fee is 19.95 lakh, just short of 20 lakh rupees. They have a hospital called SUM Hospital. The number of beds in this particular hospital is 1,500 and about 30 emergency beds. They do have hostel rooms for boys, 287 of them, and for girls it's 316, right? They have about 17 super specialty departments in the hospital. The closing rank last year was 3,628 in round 1, which fell down to 2,75,031 in round 2, fell dramatically to 64,055 by round 3. But you at 2.75 lakh rank and above, around that place, you still have a decent chance of getting into this college. The next one is Mahatma Gandhi Missions Medical College. It's in Navi, Mumbai in the state of Maharashtra. A deemed university established in 1989. The annual intake for this particular college is 200. The fee is 21 lakh rupees per annum. They have about a hospital attached to it, which is called the MGM Medical College and Hospital in Navi, Mumbai, which has 1,200 beds, of which the emergency beds is about 40. The number of hostel rooms for boys is about 210, and for girls it's 250. The closing rank last year at round 1 is 3,06,764. By round 2, it fell down to 2.48 lakh, and by round 3, it fell down to 1.03 lakh. But it's a very competitive college, a decent college for you to deal with. The next one is B.M. Patil Medical College, which is in the state in Vijayapura in Karnataka. Again, Bijapur in Karnataka. It's a deemed university. Under the university name is Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, Karnataka. Right. The annual intake for this particular college is 200. The tuition fee is 18 lakh rupees. It's got a hospital attached to it with 1,130 beds. And they have about 208 rooms for boys and about 147 rooms for girls. And the closing rank is 3,43,362 in round 1, which fell down to 3.17 lakh by round 2 and 3.2 lakh by round 3. But again, it's a decent college. And by the way, let me again repeat, what we're listing out is the colleges based on the preference of the things. You also have some colleges where at 10 lakh 11 rank also you could get into that. But we've listed out the top 20 colleges based on the cutoff. The lower the rank cutoff, the better the college is, what we're saying. And that's how we're listing it out at this point in time. The next one is Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College in Wardha, again in the state of Maharashtra. It's a deemed university established in 1990. The annual intake for this particular college is 250. The tuition fee is 20.5 lakh rupees per annum. And the hospital attached to it is Acharya Vinoba Bhave Rural Hospital, which is attached to it. The hospital has about 1,525 beds and emergency beds of about 30. Here, the first round cutoff was 5,77,151, which fell down to 5.69 lakh and went up to 5.93 lakh. So at about 5.5-6 lakh rank also, you actually have a decent chance of getting into this particular college. And the last one I'm talking of is Dr. D.Y. Patil Medical College and Hospital and Research Center. This is in Pune. Now, this was established in 1995. The annual intake for this particular college is 250. The tuition fee is 27.5 lakh per annum. It also has a hospital attached to it, which is necessary, of course, with 1,660 beds that are attached to it. And the emergency beds are 40. There are hostel rooms, 257 for boys and 365 for girls. And last year, the closing cutoff rank was 5,47,267 in round 1, went up to 6,04,000 in round 2, went further up to 5.87 lakh 361 in round 3. And so that's what it is. We're dealing with about 5.5-6 lakh rank. And that's possibly is happening because the fee is slightly higher, that the cutoff also is moving up. But at 6 lakh rank also, you're likely to get into D.Y. Patil Medical College. So what we listed out, again, I'm repeating, is the 20 more preferred colleges based on the cutoffs of ranks of private and deemed universities only. The public institutions, if you get 25,000 and below, you're likely to get into one of the public institutions in All India quota. The state quota would obviously behave very differently. You must remember that. But what we did was we listed out for the students and parents of those private medical colleges and deemed universities, which are also private in nature, who you actually have a decent shot of getting into it, even with a lesser score and a higher rank. If you have the money to pay and you have the capacity to pay, all we did was we list out those colleges. It's for you to decide ultimately. I hope it works out for you. A detailed article about this will also be published on Careers360.com. Please look at that site. And we'll actually give you a recommendation of why we recommended them and what the cutoffs are and how it panned out. If you still need any help or anything, please mail us at info@careers360.com and one of our counselors will get back to you. I just hope that this information that we're putting up is helpful for you. And if you need any information, as I said, send us mail to us and we'll be more than happy to deal with you. Because we are dealing with helping you, in your career progression and in ensuring that you make the best choice possible. And we'll always be there for you. Thank you so much. Namaskar.